So, CollarGate has been one of the most entertaining memes of the year, I'm not gonna lie. It's reached normiedom. All the normies are now talking about the Hasan shocking. It's gone beyond just an animal abuse situation and just like a funny meme. And Muujin, the man, the myth, the legend, has put out a 40-minute video on the whole situation, and we are going to watch all 40 minutes of this. So strap in and let's have a roller coaster of Hasan right here today.
I can't believe I'm about to talk about this. I mean, how the hell does a simple stream clip go so viral that it becomes a literal cultural phenomenon? I mean, this has truly taken the world by storm to the point where you're finding...
By the way, this is incredibly true. I have proof of this. Bro, there's even like so many Hasan memes in the wooer community. Like in the wooer community, there is just an incredible amount of Hasan memes. I made a tweet. Can you all send me your favorite Hasan Kaya memes in the replies? And it's just, dude, Augusta, bro. There's just so many. There's just why is there so many? Why is there so many, dude? It's literally in every community has their own Hasan memes. Every single community. Dude, there's a Destiny 2 one. There's got ZZZ ones, bro. Like, what is, bro? Dude, there's just so many. There's so many. There's actually so many. It's fucking insane. It's insane.
References of it in places you're never meant to find references of it in the first place. This has reached the Formula 1 community, the Gacha community, and to my complete surprise, even the Counter-Strike 2 community. You'd see Anders, a legendary Counter-Strike commentator, make a direct reference to Hasan shocking his dog during a game. It would happen as soon as he'd see a player use a taser. Watch.
Oh, it could get worse. Towson on the corner. Gotta be careful. Hide your dogs. It's down. That is brutal.
Bro said, hide your dogs. I had a viewer who had his 70-year-old coworker reference this to his face. Okay, he has no kids, no internet.
Dude.
And see that this blew up beyond proportion. Of course, it has also reached
it's just funny.
As big
I think
as
we have
Forbes.
to admit, it's just objectively fucking hilarious. It is. It's objectively hilarious. Like it's surpassed internet culture.
So how did we even get here? Okay, how did this take the world by storm? And why does it keep getting worse? Well, let's talk about it. All right, so the streamer at the center of this incident is none other than Hasan Piker, otherwise known by his Twitch username, Hasan Abi. Well, look, I'm sure he needs no introduction, all right? This is one of the biggest political streamers on the planet. Just like any political personality or political commentator, he has his fair share of enemies and his fair share of controversies. But that doesn't really interest us. What we want to know is how we got to the point where this became a global phenomenon. So what happened exactly? Well, this all began on October 7th, 2025, when Hasan was streaming and something particular would happen. Someone would clip that moment, post it on the subreddit livestream fail, and it would very quickly gain traction, going completely viral. The title for this post is Hasan reaching for something and seemingly shocking his dog to keep her in camera view. Now look, before we get into this, I used to know a girl who would literally cry at National Geographic documentaries, so if you're like that, feel free to skip a minute.
Dude, I used to be like that. Dude, I used to watch, bro. Oh my god, all like the Planet Earth like documentaries, all the animal ones. Like I would, bro. When I was younger, especially, that shit would make me so. I got really like the care of animals. I care about a lot, and I get so sad.
It's okay,
but this didn't make me sad. Like I wasn't like this. I wasn't like crying over this. I'm just like, fuck. This is crazy. This is.
You'll be hearing his dog whimper in pain. Watch.
But it is emblematic of all of America's much more consequential violence. Okay? It's the same reason as to why America, Kaya, please just fucking go, just stop. Jesus Christ, what are you doing?
Blame the dog. How dare you move 10 centimeters off your 5-foot bed for a 10-foot dog? Dude, like, how dare you move Kaya, how dare you move 10 centimeters in the wrong way? That yelp was so bad. Like, it's just like a lot. Like, do I think it could, like, you could argue that it's just like a yelp out of surprise. Like we can't, there's no way you can prove it's a yelp of like pain versus surprise or something like that. There's no way you could prove it, but either way, it just looks fucking terrible. It just looks so bad. It's just so bad. And it's just like, I think what's worse is the fact that he's annoyed that the dog is moving. To me, like, that's the worst part about this, right? It's like, his reaction to it is what annoys me more, because I cannot prove if the dog is or isn't in pain or is just like shocked and surprised. I can't prove that, but what I can prove is Hasan's reaction to the situation is fucking dumb. Like him like gaslighting, yeah, trying to gaslight everyone, but him like being mad at his own dog for trying to move is like the problem that I have with this more than anything else, because that I can prove and I can see with my own eyes, right? Like that we can literally see that in front of us.
You're being such a baby.
Like, why are you getting mad over that? Like, why are you getting mad?
It's just you're making her stressed. She just literally is so incredibly spoiled from my mom.
Right. So what the hell even happened here? Well, look.
How she's so spoiled because she's trying to roam around the house and be a normal fucking dog. Like, come on, dude. Like, really? Like, really? That's where, yeah, like, that's what we're doing?
Look, Hasan has a dog by the name of Kaya. You can see her sitting in the back. As soon as she would step 1 foot off of the place where she was laying down, Hasan would get very annoyed, almost to an irrational degree. He would then look down at something, reach out to it, and after doing so, you'd hear the dog whimper as if he pressed a button. Now, of course, by this point, a lot of people were convinced that he shocked his dog for doing absolutely nothing.
I love how it was revealed there is in fact a fucking button and you could hear him use it in other clips. You can actually hear him slamming on a fucking button, bro, in other clips. Oh, it's so funny. Well, it's not funny. It's fucking awful, but you know what I mean.
But many were still skeptical. Why would Hasan even shock his dog for doing something so minimal?
Wait, really? Yes. You could, there's one where Austin is in his fucking room. Kai does something. He reaches. You could hear him slam the fucking button. You could hear it. You can actually hear it slam the button.
Seeing that we're in the political space, smear campaigns are fairly common. You can very easily discredit your opponent's political stance.
But again, you cannot prove that it's shocking versus vibrating. It could still be, it's still plausible deniability that it could still be like a vibrate only thing.
By discrediting him in another way, which is why many people, especially in Hasan's community, were very skeptical about this. Now, that clip I just showed you that was posted on Livestream Fail would gain traction very quickly as he was still live. A viewer of his would alert him to how quickly it was going viral, and this is what he had to say. Watch.
Yes, I am incredibly abusive to the not only best trained, but also the best behaving and most spoiled dog on the planet.
Ludwig's girlfriend fucked up and said the pronouns were removed. Yeah, I understand that. Like, I get that. She kind of... Cutie Cinderella is a big reason as to why Hasan... That's why I said earlier, Hasan is stupid. He should have just admitted that it's a collar that, like, vibrates and doesn't have the capability to shock. And I don't think he would have thought that people would dig so hard to, like, find out the truth. He should have just admitted it, like, second one, and been like, yeah, it's a collar that used to have the ability to shock, but we got rid of it. It just vibrates. Like, it's not a big deal. But I think he just didn't want people to think that he would be lying about it. But it doesn't matter, because people still think that he's lying anyway. So, like, it's like, he's made it worse for himself by trying to lie about it in the first place. It would have been better if he just admitted to it being, like, it could only vibrate at this point. Like, it's like, he's stupid. He did this to himself. I think he did this to himself.
Planet is from when Kaya yelped. Yeah,
he's too prideful. He's too prideful to admit the second one that it was a vibration collar, or he has the ability to vibrate. He's too prideful because he thought people might think that he is lying and it's the shock collar. But it doesn't matter because now people just think it's a shock collar. So good job, Hasan. You caused this yourself.
She yelped because she fucking clipped herself on something.
Like, he's too prideful to admit it.
Right, so Hasan
he thinks people will look into it, but now he's making it worse for himself, and now people will think the worst possible scenario is true.
Explained himself. He said she clipped her nail on the bed, that's why she yelped, and he didn't mention anything about her collar. The thing is, though, people would quickly move on from the idea that he's shocking the dog and instead focus on the dog's position throughout his entire stream. Very quickly, someone would make a time lapse of that stream to show you just how long Kaya stays in the same exact position without moving. Just so you're aware, this was the stream in which she yelped. Now watch as she stays in the same position for over 4 hours.
Brother.
What's going on, everybody? I hope everyone's having a fantastic evening, afternoon, pre-noon, no matter where you are in the world. I'm Hasan Piker, and this is the Hasan Abi broadcast.
She just stays there in the same position. She's not moving. She's barely moving, right? She's not even stretching. She's not even like doing anything enormous.
I loved that Hasan's whole thing was like, oh, she's on the bed because a dog like her has like joint and pain issues if she sleeps on like a hardwood floor. Like, okay, I get that. Get a bigger fucking bed! She's draped over the edge half the time and it can only move a certain amount. Get a fucking bigger bed for your huge dog. I don't understand why it's fucking so small. Like, I don't get it. Why is it so small?
Normal dog should be able to do, like, I don't know, free roam around a little bit, walk around a little.
It is emblematic of all of America's much more consequential.
And this would be when she would try to maybe move a little bit.
It's the same.
And he would react like crazy.
America, Kaya, please just go, just stop.
There she is.
And it's crazy because like she's clearly going back to the bed before he like shocks or vibrates her, right? Look.
Kaya, please just
she's already going back.
Just stop.
There she is laying down again, not really stretching, not really moving, right? And so far it's been 3 hours. It's going to go along to the 4-hour mark. And that's when she can finally start to move. You'll see this very shortly. And here we go, right? 4 hours and 21 minutes of just laying there and not being allowed to move a single paw outside of that zone. So this is when you would start seeing the first iterations of the memes. Hasan to his dog if she interrupts his stream for 0.5 seconds. And the outrage at this point was mostly directed at how he wasn't allowing his dog to even stretch a little bit, to even walk a little bit. At the irrational annoyance of how she just put one paw outside of her bed and he acted as if she broke something. It was a very excessive reaction.
This is
and people start asking questions. That's when certain people would start to unearth some old clips that would paint Hasan in a bad light in regards to his pet, like this one. Here we can see a guest on Hasan's stream telling him that the collar on Kaya's neck is way too tight.
This woman fucking W.
Watch.
And now it's mainstream. I love her. I think her collar is too tight.
Well, it's here we can.
It's he doesn't want to say it's an e-collar. He doesn't want to say it because then people will think it's a shock collar and then people will start saying things. So again, he cucks himself. He has every opportunity to say, oh, it's the e-collar and it vibrates. I promise it's not a shock collar, blah, 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 blah. Because like he doesn't want people to think, oh, he cucks himself. This is what I think. Even if you take the position that it actually is just a collar that vibrates. Okay, imagine that that's the truth, right? It's a collar that only has the ability to vibrate and it doesn't shock. Even if that's the case, him doing all of this just makes it look worse. It just makes it look worse than what it is. It's his own fault he's in the situation. Everything he does is his own fault and he's too prideful to admit, just to say what it was. He should have just said what it is. Even if it's just an e-collar that vibrates, he should have just said. But he didn't want to because people will think that it's a shock collar. They do anyway. So dumb.
You have to be able to get 2 fingers and I couldn't even get one. I think you're choking her.
She's like, it's because she has a lot of neck meat.
So look, I don't know if this guest intended to make it sound so bad, but saying that the collar is so tight that she thinks that Hasan is choking her is definitely a wild
And he conveniently doesn't show the collar because people will start asking questions.
Thing to say. And his very chill reaction saying, oh yeah, it's because she has a lot of neck meat, made people question, wait, does he even care? It just simply wasn't a good look. And as people were starting to realize that this dog is kind of being used like a prop in every stream, being forced to sit there for hours.
Can I be so honest? I've thought this for a while. Like, I've always wondered why Kaya's always, like, in that position. I've always wondered that whenever I've looked at Hasan clip or Hasan streams. So it's funny that it was happening now.
On end without moving. Some others, like XQC, simply refused to believe the idea that this wasn't a shock collar. XQC would make a direct comparison of how the collar would look before and after her yelp. Right before the yelp, it would flash green. After the yelp was finished, it would go back to normal with no extra green light. By that point, this theory had started to catch on fire. This was still the second day, and people simply refused to believe that it was just her nail
Detective
clipping
XQC,
on
bro.
whatever bed she was sleeping on. So when Hasan would go live on October 8th, he would have one of his mods put this pinned message in his stream's chat, saying it is a collar with an AirTag and a vibration motor that is used to help with recall when she's free roaming and she's an off-leash trained dog. So by that point, Hasan and his mod team no doubt noticed all the theories running around, especially thanks to people like XQC, that this was indeed a shock collar. This pinned comment was an attempt to clear the air and silence those rumors before they got out of control. But even if this was the case, he still wasn't saying whether he actually pushed a button.
He just lied! He just lies! He's too prideful! The guy's too prideful to admit. He's just too prideful. This is the thing. Like, he just shouldn't have fucking lied about it. This is the way. It's so frustrating. It's everyone can see it. Just why lie? Why lie for? Why lie for? Just admit it.
To vibrate or shock her. During that stream on October 8th, people would start to ask him, hey, like, what did you reach out for? What did you do with your hand before she yelped? Well, he would claim that he was actually reaching for a nicotine pouch to put in his mouth, even though he put nothing in his mouth. Watch.
Dumb.
Large dog, what were you reaching for in the clip? What do you think? That's where all my fucking Zintins are.
But of course, in the stream, even if you were to skip past, like, I don't know, a half an hour, 15 minutes, whatever you want, you would never see him reach out for a Zin or put anything in his mouth. This, to many, just felt like another bogus excuse. Things weren't adding up.
Too prideful.
You start to see certain memes come up, like this Hearthstone card right here saying, cast lightning bolt on every beast in your opponent's hand, deck, and battlefield. You'd see this very detailed meme of Slay the Spire, in which you channel one lightning. And of course, you can't go wrong with a classic Minecraft meme in which he's herding his dog from a distance. Facing insurmountable global pressure at this point, Hasan would finally decide to show the collar on stream. It would be very brief, and he'd be hoping to finally silence the critics so that he can move on from this.
But again, he doesn't give all the details of it, so he gives. Oh, he's so retarded. He's so dumb. He doesn't give all the details appropriately. Again, tries to like hide the truth a little bit so people might stop asking. But by him trying to hide the truth, he gives people the opportunity to assume the absolute worst situation rather than just be candid and plain about what is reality. Again, Hasan cocks himself again. This is all his own fucking fault, dude.
Incident or controversy.
Yeah, exactly,
It has the
chat.
capacity to
It's
vibrate.
so dumb.
And that's it.
It's not that's it. It's a collar that had the ability to shock and you removed it, potentially, because it has like tape over the fucking back. Just admit it. Just say that. Just say it. Just admit that's the case and people will be like, okay, understandable, but not admitting that and being too fucking prideful. Oh, so dumb. He's
happy?
actually so retarded.
That's it.
He's given ammo. That clip gave ammo to so many of his haters. He's so dumb for this. He's so retarded. He can't have. He's
There's
so
the
retarded.
AirTag. There's the fucking vibrator. It also has a flashlight component to it at nighttime, and it also has a tracker on it when she gets lost. If she were to actually get fucking lost.
Someone would make a comment saying, bro's handling it like a magician handles a deck of
So
cards.
true.
And I can't help but agree here. The way he's showing it
He
is
doesn't
very
really
quick.
show it.
It's almost like he's trying to hide it or not show it for too long. I don't know. It just seems suspicious. It's like, why are you so shy? And while people were definitely suspicious,
If that was me, bro, if that was me, I would have been like, guys, look, see all these details? You see this detail of this oil that I have? Look at every detail. Bro, that would have been me. That would have been me. I would have been like every fucking inch of that collar I would have put out for you to see. Instead, he's like, That's Hasan. Like, fucking, what are you doing?
Suspicious of this. It kind of seemed off.
That's what Hasan was doing with his fucking collar. Just fucking show it.
Finally had proof that he wasn't shocking his dog. He wasn't an animal abuser. They could finally send this clip to the haters and say, hey, see, he's went through this. This is a vibration collar, no shock prongs, and would even go further and say that all his friends, all the big streamers and content creators that have duo streamed with him in his own house would have definitely said something if he actually was shocking his dog for no reason. But even though this topic was gaining a lot of traction online, Hasan was still completely unaware that this was just the beginning, because a very big content creator would go ahead and make a video about it. On October 9th, just a couple of days after the initial incident, Moist Critical
Moist Critical. W Charlie, dude.
How things weren't really
yes,
making
sir.
sense. His explanations were definitely inconsistent with reality. And even though Hasan kept using the excuse that this was a well-trained dog and this was part of her training, Moist Critical would go on to give his perspective on training since he has a dog himself. You see, that corner that Kaya is meant to sit on is her place. When you give a dog a place, it's meant to be their safe, comfy spot. This is done for many reasons, but it could be a way, for example, for the dog to just chill out. If the dog's hyperactive, just can't calm down, and for whatever reason jumps on people, for example, from excitement, and you might have a kid or an elderly person in your house, then telling your dog, place, tells them to calm down, go sit in that comfortable spot, and just enjoy their time for a little while. What Moist Critical points out is that this place is meant to be comfortable. It's not meant to be a prison. They're not meant to sit there for hours and hours at a time. Dogs are active creatures.
Bro,
and while shock collars are tools.
The clip where he's trying to say like place in what he's like while speaking at the same time is so cringe. Like, did you see that where he's like, oh, but they're not in the right place? Yeah, but those people are in the right place. Kaya! Like, bro, like, it's so cringe. Like, his ego just stops him from being genuine. His pride stops him from acting like a normal, functioning fucking human. It's like, just be honest.
Tools used to train dogs, they certainly shouldn't be used just because your dog wants to stretch. So no matter how you looked at this, whether there was a shock collar involved or not, it just looked very bad. And people weren't really getting the reassurance they were looking for from Hasan. They were very worried for Kaya because it seemed like she was being mistreated. On the same day, Hasan would go live again. And instead of giving any form of reassurance, he would instead be very salty over the fact that Moist Critical made a video about him without messaging him beforehand. What's notable here is that he didn't even bother watching the—
Boo fucking hell. I don't think they're like besties. I don't like what the who cares?
He just took his chatter's word for what was actually in the video, and they were quoting some things out of context, making it seem like Charlie was intending to conduct a character assassination when in fact he was like—
People said the initial L, but Hasan will never take the initial L. He will never take the L. He's way too prideful, and to him, if he takes an L, that's it. He can never get a W again. With a lot of these political creators, they could only take a W. They are never allowed to take an L. They are never allowed to take an L because that'll be used against them for fucking life and for everything. So all these people are conditioned to think they have to be winning all the fucking time. It's extremely toxic mindset to have. It's mega toxic mindset to have. 100%.
Like most others, concerned about the dog's safety. That was it. This post of Hasan complaining about Moist Critical has over 26,000 upvotes on Reddit, and the top comments are all just a bunch of memes involving Hasan electrocuting his dog. I mean, look, it's horrible. God. I feel so sorry for the dog, and that yelp definitely hit me deep in the chest. But these memes are so creative, I just can't help but laugh. And speaking of all these memes, Hasan would so effortlessly keep supplying them with more material because his story would keep changing, and he would keep coming up with different excuses that had nothing to do with the prior ones he talked about before. God. On October 10th, 2025, Hasan would say that, you know what, that even though he's not using a shock collar, it wouldn't be ridiculous if he did. Watch.
Like, they don't realize that even the e-collars that do shock are unironically used to train fucking like service dogs and shit.
The thing is, no one was arguing.
He's so, like, he needs to stop talking. Like, I think Hasan is actually like so autistic that he doesn't realize that what he says is just bad for like a narrative other people can use against him sometimes. Like, sometimes Hasan needs to learn the ability of shutting the fuck up and like to not lie. There's just two simple things he needs to do.
with the fact that shock collars are used to train. What people were arguing about was the fact that the dog was forced to sit there for hours and that he had seemingly used it for something so benign, so small. As one Redditor would sum this up, he'd say, so we've gone from she stubbed her paw, it's a vibration collar only, not for shocking. If it was a shock, his friends would tell us, and now shock collars aren't that bad.
It's like the narcissist pipeline. It's like the narcissist pipeline is like, oh, it's not my fault, it's your fault. But if it is my fault, you deserved it anyway. That's the narcissist pipeline. Not my fault, it's your fault. Okay, if it was my fault, then you deserved it. Oh. Is that or is that not the narcissist like logic of thinking? Like, is that not how that works like half the time? Like,
anyway, it had barely been 72 hours and we had already gone through 4 different excuses. And this, of course, would spread this incident beyond anyone's imagination, which would end up creating even more creative memes like this one that says, breathes too loud, Thundaga. Or Hasan being Raiden over here, electrocuting Kaya, and of course him being Emperor Palpatine. So by October 11th, seeing that this has blown up way more than Hasan could have ever imagined in his wildest dreams, he would take on the perspective of a victim, saying streamers that he knows have either defended him or are scared to do it publicly, except for Moist Critical. People were simply wondering, why can't Kaya just live
I know exactly.
normal life? Why can't she just free roam around the house if she's not causing any trouble? Why must she stay locked up in prison, like just sitting there behind the scenes like a prop? Surely this can't be healthy. If you know anything about dogs, you know that they're active creatures. They need to actually move and stretch. What would Hasan's response be? I don't want to hear from people who don't understand dogs. But don't worry, okay, it's fine if you're confused, because yet another excuse would drop on October 14th, 2025. Remember how he said that his arm moved in that clip because he was reaching out for a Zin pouch? Yeah, well, it turned out that story was false. He was actually pushing the gate button, and Kaya's yelp was her reacting in excitement that she finally gets to leave. Watch.
Guys that don't even know Kaya's name, coming in here saying I know. Can we just move on, please? Because the memes were funny in the first couple of days, but now the only people that still are like actively pushing it are people who are genuinely mentally ill, in the way that like anytime my fucking arm moves around or like I unlock the gate or some shit, like I do have a button on my desk for the gate, right? And I unlock the gate, and obviously if you have a dog, you know this already, when they hear that the gate is unlocked, they perk up. They're like, oh my God, he shocked her again. You know, it's just, they are weird stalkers that are demonstrating their men.
You did it to yourself. You gave these people the ammunition. Oh no, it's the consequences of my actions. It's the consequences of my actions.
Mental illness, and I think it's just, you know, it is what it is.
Now look, I don't know what your reaction to this is so far in this video. Maybe you're thinking he's 100% guilty and he's lying, or you're thinking maybe people are exaggerating and he's actually...
I don't think he said explicitly that the gate is the reason why she got excited. I think this is a misrepresentation of what he said. I don't think that's not what he's saying. This isn't like another excuse. He was just making a comparison that like he has a gate button and sometimes does gate, somebody pushes the gate. I don't think he's saying that that was the reason why Kaya made a noise, to be fair. But again, doesn't fucking matter. He's still retarded, whatever.
Actually innocent. He would never harm his own dog, especially not live on stream. Well, regardless of what side you're on, most people understood the truth when he would inadvertently show the shock dog collar remote on stream when he would set up a camera above him. I mean, you really can't make this up. Watch.
I'm gonna put the Y shot. Boom.
It is right here, right here, and he's gonna notice it, and he's gonna move it immediately. Watch.
Yes, you can.
I'm protecting her. The floor is lava. All right, so at this point, it was confirmed. The shock collar remote. was actually a thing, and it was exactly what he had pressed on that day. But can we confirm truly that it's a shock collar? Is it not a vibration collar? Well, everyone put their weaponized autism to good use and actually cracked the case, finding the exact dog collar model, understanding that it is indeed a shock collar, but that it also has removable prongs. Okay, you can actually remove the prongs that shock the dog. And I mean, look at this, bro. This is like someone who is trying to find like a terrorist, like someone on the wanted list of the FBI. Like,
crazy,
look at all this.
The internet is fucking wild. They could find out anything. They could find out like anything.
This is crazy. The lengths people will go just to prove that it's a shock collar. So this is all proof showing that this is the same exact model that he's using. But then they go on to show that he had removed the prongs the day after the shock had occurred and put tape over it. How did they prove that? Well, they fiddled around with the light levels in photo.
Okay. I hate being this kind of person. We don't know when he removed the prongs. Technically, he could have done it that night. He could have done it when he first got it. We don't know when he did it. That's the only thing. So anyone saying that he removed them that night, I think is disingenuous, because we don't know. We don't know. We don't know. We don't know. There is no fur on it, so it's fresh. You don't know that it's fresh. Like, we don't know when this tape was applied. They could have been removed a long time ago, and we don't know. That's why I'm saying, like, we actually cannot confirm if he shocked his dog. Like, that's the thing. Like, no one can prove that he shocked the dog versus, like, a vibration thing. We don't know. Technically, like, actually, like, no one can actually know for sure.
Photoshop and found out that yes, indeed, there is a tape, and you can kind of see the color difference between the collar itself and
but that's definitely taped over, bro.
The black tape. You can also clearly see that the shock collar remote is the same exact one on his desk as well. I mean, it was undeniable at this point. The collar itself was the e-collar ET300 Mini Educator, and Hasan had very clearly lied, not just to his audience, but the internet in general. This was very worrying, and of course, people who were fearing the worst were now fearful that he was actually abusing his dog regularly. This sense of worry empowered people who are chronically online even more to dig through past clips and find out exactly what Hasan's relationship with Kaya truly is. And honestly, from what they found, it doesn't look good at all. Now look, by this point, of course, he still had many people in denial that no, Hasan doesn't abuse his dog, and no, Kaya doesn't even stay in the same spot for that long, even though we literally saw proof of that. But I mean, if you're still doubtful, this is him straight up admitting it. Watch.
And also, one of the parts of this training is also supposed to put her, like, we're using the elevated bed, as you guys can see. And one of the things with the elevated bed is that she has a leash on right now on the elevated bed, so she can't like really get off of it. So she now knows to sit in place for hours and hours on end.
Yeah, so I don't know of any situation when you own a dog where you'd want them to sit for hours on end in the same spot. This just doesn't make sense.
Like, why? Why would you need a dog to, like, why?
Dogs are not a prop, okay? If she gets overly excited and risks hurting someone who's elderly or who's a child in the house, sure, you can just say place, have her sit down before she starts moving again normally for her joints and for her legs. If someone calls this animal abuse, then I wouldn't say they're exaggerating. And speaking of animal abuse, people would find another suspicious clip from his past streams where he treats Kaya in a weird way. Watch.
Absolute garbage. Did you compare this to the Japanese airport experience? Yeah, the Japanese airport experience is like everything works, everything is fast. Kaya, place.
Grabs the thing.
Get back there. What is this?
Crazy.
Don't worry.
I mean that's 100% right.
To many, this seemed like he was shot.
He pressed a button, said place, dog goes back on bed. Dog goes back on bed. It's just like, he just makes it look so bad for himself.
Fucking her again, getting very pissed over the fact that she moved a little bit after sitting around. How dare you! Hours.
Again, that's the thing I care about most, is the fact that she's not allowed to be away from the bed. Like, that's what's, again, I cannot prove if it's vibration versus a shock, but I care more about the fact that this dog has to stay in place. Don't move. Don't blink. blink and you're dead. They're fast as anything. Don't move. Anyway.
It was yet again an exaggerated reaction, and it wasn't really warranted. But the most damning evidence that people had found from his past streams is the fact that he actually pulled on his dog's tail directly, saying, "Stay, or I'm gonna fucking kill you." This was live
weird.
on stream. Watch this for yourself.
This was weird, dude.
Come here. Stay. If you run right now, I'll fucking kill you. Like, I'll actually kill you, okay? In front of everyone. Stay.
Obviously I don't think he's serious. I don't like the fact he grabbed the dog by the fucking tail. I don't like that. Obviously I don't think he's being serious, but it's like, man, you don't have to do any of this, dude. You just don't have to do any of this. You don't, like, why did you, yeah, I don't care about the words, but why do you have to pull by its fucking tail? Like, why do we have to inflict any kind of pain? Like, I don't get it. I don't understand. I really don't understand.
Motherfucker, come here. Stay. No, come here.
So obviously this is inexcusable, right? At this point, whether you're a diehard fan of Hasan or a hater, I don't care. You can never excuse someone pulling on a dog's tail. It's extremely sensitive and can damage many of its internals. We're talking nerves in the spine. We're talking more specifically nerve damage, avulsion, and even permanent incontinence. It was getting very hard to defend Hasan. At this
Incontinence means pooping yourself, by the way.
point, this wasn't even political anymore. Sure, his political opponents were using this as an opportunity to attack his character and his political opinions, but whether you're into politics or not, I'm sure we can all agree this is unacceptable behavior. And seeing that some of his friends are the biggest content creators on Twitch and just in general, people were wondering, are they going to say something about this? Are they going to condone his behavior or actually call it out, give him some criticism, some feedback like a normal friend does? Well, no, not at all, actually. It's very weird. You might have seen
the Hasan squad. Oh, I can't say bad things about my friend because I'm worried what his community will do. I think people are afraid of Hasan's community. That's what it is. I think all these people are afraid of like his community and what they would do if they disagree with him.
This image of Hasan dressed up as Raiden shocking Ludwig while he's wearing a dog collar, and you might literally have no idea why it exists. Well, this is of course insinuating the fact that Ludwig is Hasan's dog and he trained him very well. That's because at some point there was this very stupid controversy in which Hasan said that streaming is way harder than a regular job. This was back in February 2024. Ludwig would make a video about the situation on his Mogul Mail channel in which he talked about news, and Hasan got so pissed at him for making him look bad
Hasan is the reason Ludwig doesn't do Mogul Mail. What a fucking bitch made move, dude. What a bitch Ludwig is, dude. Oh, because of Hasan? Stop. Yes. Yes, this is the reason why Ludwig doesn't do this anymore and he doesn't want to do drama stuff because he upset his friend Hasan. Like, you bitch-made spineless coward. You spineless fucking coward.
Ended up cutting parts of the video to then just straight up removing it. He'd end up re-uploading it without any of the clips that were criticizing Hasan. This made people realize early on that even when it came to friendships, Hasan was never open to criticism. He saw everything as an attack on both his character and his entire brand, no matter who said it. Ludwig, of course, was seen like someone who was spineless, someone who couldn't hold down his own opinion and who caved in to pressure from Hasan whenever he wanted. So of course, it's no surprise to say that over a week after the clip had surfaced, Ludwig has said nothing about this, even though he's a close friend of Hasan. But that didn't matter.
I don't dare speak up about it because I don't want Hasan's community on my balls tickling my anus. I'm too busy getting butt fucked by Hasan every night. Oh my bad. Sorry, cutie Cinderella. I'm too busy taking backshots by Hasan. I can't upset Daddy. Oh no.
person that people really wanted to hear from was Hasan's girlfriend, Valkyrie. I do want to point out that they've never officially announced that they're dating, but at this point, it's like more of an open secret, right? Valkyrie is known as someone who's very brand friendly, who's never into controversies, and whenever she does end up in one, she immediately apologizes and caves in. People were expecting, or at least hoping, for her to say something about the situation.
Valkyrie's also fucking retarded. That whole shit with like, I'm sorry guys that like I spoke to Asmongold, I will do better next time. Fucking bitch made people, bro. These people are spineless. Absolutely fucking spineless.
But instead she gave a response that made people end up, well, fueling the memes even further. Watch.
Clip did look horrible. The clip was really bad. It was so bad. And it's understandable why everyone was freaking out about it, but I can verify that Kaya is the most loved and spoiled and just the most well-trained and best little baby or big baby that I have ever been around and that I have ever seen. So big baby. But yeah, it's kind of crazy. You would think that this kind of outrage, we would have seen it towards like the genocide and stuff, but you know.
Okay, why did she have to do that? Why did she have to do that? Like, that's so dishonest. Bro, that's so dishonest. That's such a dishonest thing to do. Why can't people, bro? It's just a fallacy. Like, you can't be like, why don't people bring this energy for like the genocide? Shut up. That's such a dishonest way of shifting the argument. That's so dishonest. Listen, like it's like, why would you do that? It's so dumb. It's so dumb. Like, oh my god, guys. Like, why would we like stop conflating the two things. Two things can be separate. It's so weird of you to do that. It actually makes me angry. It genuinely makes me angry when people do stuff like that. It's so weird. Here's the thing. Kaya might be a spoiled dog. Despite the fact that she has to sit for, I don't think you could spoil a dog if they're also sitting for 6 hours straight. The dog could be sitting as a prop for 6 hours straight, but also be treated like a king when the camera's off. And I don't know Hasan's fucking life. Who fucking knows? But to do what she's just done, to be like, oh, the clip looks really bad, the guy's actually really spoiled. Maybe it's true, maybe it's not. Who fucking cares? Then to me, they've been like, oh, why can't people just be outraged by like Palestine and the genocide? Shut the fuck up. That's so fucking dishonest. You look like a fucking moron. Just shut the fuck up, please. Thank you.
This priorities in this world are not where they should be.
Guys, why do you care about this one singular issue? You should be caring about world hunger and the starving kids in Africa instead of this thing. Retard detected. Get the fuck out.
But alas.
Get the fuck out.
Man, this comes off as so tone deaf, like she's on a high horse. Like, just because there's a genocide happening in Gaza, you don't have a right to be concerned over a dog's safety.
Dumbass detected.
Signed recently between Gaza and Israel is probably not going to last. Oh, well, still, you can't criticize Hasan or Kaya because guess what? There's another genocide currently going on in Sudan. How dare you?
Stop.
So evidently, this made people make fun of Valkyrie to the point of like no return. Like, this was
so bad. She's so out of touch. Oh, it's so bad,
best
dude.
you could come up with to defend your boyfriend? Come on, you can do better than that. Well, the thing is, Valkyrie's viewpoint wasn't really that different from Hasan's most loyal viewers. They also thought the same exact thing. This meme was posted on Hasan's subreddit saying, I can excuse genocide, but I draw the line at animal cruelty, to which someone responds with, you can excuse genocide? Again, it's a very weird viewpoint because you can be both against genocide and against animal cruelty. I really don't see why people are acting like we're choosing here. This was never about a genocide. This was just about a dog being shocked for no reason. Valkyrae would then go live the next day and admit that she's been getting so much hate that she asked 2 streamers for advice regarding her current Reddit hate threads. One streamer by the name of NMPLol and Asmongold. Guys, I just want to show you what her chat's reaction is when she mentions just the name Asmongold. I just want you to see it because I can't explain it unless you look at it. Watch.
Messaged Nick Poem and I messaged Asmongold. I asked both of them, I was like, hey, I don't really use Reddit a whole lot, but like, do you think it's a good idea or a bad idea if I respond to a post and be like, oh, I understand where you guys are coming from. I'm sorry. Like, I'm sorry. I should have definitely like spoken about it differently. And both of them reassured me that it's a good idea to
look at her chat.
Because I know they're like, they're Reddit people. So I was like, they both said, they're both very nice.
They are so outraged.
Don't respond.
Dude.
she's so dead inside seeing her chat because now she not only pissed off Reddit, now she's pissing off her own loyal community by
She's so doesn't understand anything. Dude, they don't, bro. Like she's so silly. She's just silly. She's just so silly. Oh.
mentioning Asmon. By doing this, she had pissed off.
Oh no, Asmongold. Oh no.
Of everyone. It's just such a disaster, dude. The next day she would immediately
This is what is worse, the response.
apologize on stream that she DM'd Asmongold saying that she wasn't aware of the rhetoric that he spouted and that she lives on.
Yeah, also, yeah, that's so funny, naming Asmongold and Nick as being the people who understand Reddit, because obviously NMP is very familiar with Reddit, specifically LSF, livestream fails. That guy knows the ins and outs of LSF like crazy. And Asmongold, because, well, Asmongold fucking lives in Reddit.
Under a rock, even though her job is to literally be chronically online. But you know what's funny? The day before that, after saying that she had DM'd both NMPLol and Asmongold, she would notice her chat getting really pissed at her, and so she'd say that she doesn't agree with everything Asmongold has been saying. See for yourself.
Ray, the hate you're getting right now is crazy after reaching to Asmon. Guys, listen, I don't agree with many things that he says, but I was looking for an LSF Reddit expert. I asked 2 people. I asked Nick and Asmon, and they both said to not respond to the thread because I didn't know if it was a good idea or not. Like, I don't know, man. I just wanted advice because I didn't know what to do.
How dare she?
I'm just gonna get hate no matter what I do, bro. I don't know.
How dare she?
So, which is it?
She should, yeah, she should.
Are you really living under a rock? Or are you just pretending to be outraged because your community's outraged? I'm just gonna go with the latter, just, you know, based on your past history. You know, it sucks because I don't...
But it's also one of those things, right? Like, if Valkyrae... I'm not trying to assume, like, streamer relationships, but if it is, like, Valkyrae and Hasan are pretty close. They're pretty good friends, at least, right? Hasan fucking hates Asmongold. Like, Hasan hates Asmongold and doesn't stand for fucking anything that he says. So surely, like, Valkyrae would be kind of in, like, a no of, like, oh, well, like, I would think that my community would also not like Asmongold if, like, my community also likes Hasan. So, like, maybe, like, oh, surprise Pikachu face, my community is upset that I spoke to Hasan or fucking Asmongold. Like, were the dots not connected for her at any point in time? It's so weird. All these people are massive pussies. Yeah, it's so weird. It's so strange.
I don't think Valkyrae is a bad person. I just think that she suffers from the problem many of her friends suffer from, where they give too much power to their community, where they can literally get bullied by them if they do something they don't like. And by this point, people found it very hard to take her seriously. In fact, she became the subject of ridicule just like Hasan. This is when she would become a part of the memes. Hasan when Kaya takes one step.
Well, there's nothing over here to fix. That's crazy.
Yeah, don't worry. This was my face when I saw Kaya getting tased too. Another streamer from the big clique of streamers of Los Angeles would also defend Hasan, saying he is a good dog owner, even though she admits in her statement that they're literally acquaintances, that she doesn't know him that well. But the big bombshell here was when the podcast Sweet and Sour, ran by Pokimane and Lily Pichu, two very big content creators also based in LA and part of Hasan's friend group, would post a small update on their Patreon saying, "Hey taste buds, this is a tough one to write, but we wanted to give you all a heads up that we're unfortunately going to be missing our first scheduled Saturday video tomorrow. We've been watching the recent drama unfold considering our guest, and it's been getting intense. We had a serious talk as a crew and we all agreed that it did not feel right uploading tomorr's video at this moment
Just
in time.
fucking upload it!
Our favorite thing, and the reason we do this is to create a space that is comfy as always and a true escape."
Just fucking upload it. I'm sorry, Hasan's getting cancelled right now, so we're not going to do our podcast. You need to be comfy.
We do not want to impact the cozy atmosphere we've all built together. Thanks for always supporting our vision for a fun, positive place to hang out. See you all next week. Sweet and Sour staff. So, Hasan was meant to get on the Sweet and Sour podcast with both Lily Pichu and Pokimane, and the episode was meant to come out around this time. They decided not to release it because he was getting a lot of backlash. Honestly, I don't really agree with this decision, right? This only feels like they're throwing their friend under the bus purely because they don't want to get dislikes, but honestly, it doesn't matter. If you bring Hasan on a podcast, it will get mass dislike. That's just how it is. Like when he got on the Trash Taste podcast in the beginning of this year, look at this like to dislike ratio. Oh my god, 50,000 comments. This is insane. Point is, Hasan had many haters even before the whole shock collar incident, so I don't see why as close
Oh yeah, Hasan's one of the most hated people on the internet, 100%.
Close friends of his, this would matter, right? Seeing that they don't really have a problem with his dog getting shocked for no reason. Thing is though, things got even more complicated because then Pokimane would tweet out, "The episode was supposed to air as usual, but staff refused to upload it out of fear it had caused drama, and also posted this statement without my approval. Sad face."
So now, the staff threw like Hasan under the bus, and now Pokimane's throwing her staff under the bus. This is not good. Like, this is like, you're now throwing your own staff under the bus. This is weird. This is all strange.
Sorry guys, we'll talk about everything on this week's episode and go on a hiatus afterwards to restructure. So, Pokimane made this out to be a mistake. Staff went behind hers and Lily Pichu's backs. And now she was going to go on a hiatus and restructure. In other words, fire people in this wonderful economy. Wow. Look at this meme right here. Look at this. Look at Anyway, it seemed like Pokimane was truly trying to save face here. It was a desperate attempt because 2 days before that tweet, she would make an Instagram story saying, "Quick update, recording a new podcast episode Thursday to explain why we missed last week and have an honest chat." Huh, interesting. Now, of course, people have their own theories and speculations, like maybe Hasan messaged her and was very outraged at the fact that they're not uploading the podcast episode and wanted to throw her staff under the bus to not get on his bad side. Overall, regardless of the speculation or the real reason, she lied, okay? Straight up lied and threw her staff under the bus. So just like Valkyrie, she ended up seeing controversy, tried to recover.
These people are so scared. These people are so fucking scared. It's so bitch made. Pussies! Pussy! Bunch of fucking pussies! Is there anyone with a spine in 2025? Is there anyone with a fucking spine in 2025? There's not a genuine soul in sight. Yeah. Like, what the fuck? Like anyone?
And ended up pissing everyone at the same time instead.
Fucking pussies!
The rest of Hasan's friends would go on to invite him over for a little podcast and defend him very openly that they've never seen him shock his dog. Watch.
Oh, I care. So you've probably been asked too. People keep coming in our chats and they're like,
go to Austin's chat.
They go to poor Austin.
This is also fucking pointless because, like, even if they did, do you think they would admit it here? Do you think any of these people would admit it here? Yeah, I've never seen him beat his wife. Yeah, exactly. Like, come on, dude. It doesn't matter.
Poor rickety old Austin show who's barely getting up in the morning.
Why are you hanging out with a dog abuser?
Yeah.
I would like to make it clear. I don't believe that Hasan has abused a dog.
No, I also
personally
don't believe that either because I I've bore witness to how you treat her, and you treat her much better than me.
So, you know, this is really interesting because, of course, these are more of his friends defending him, completely ignoring the clip, all the proof that was accumulated so far. But interestingly enough, the reason why a lot of people were going to Austin's chat in particular asking him about this was because he very openly collabed with Hasan on his own stream when Kaya was in the background. Now look at this clip of Kaya going under the feet of Hasan, him getting pissed off that she's not sitting in the same spot for hours.
This is the clip! This is the clip where you could actually hear him smash the fucking button. Wait, listen, you could hear him smash it, dude.
Austin is sitting right next to him. You could very clearly hear the sound of a shock.
Was the
Watch.
case when we were young too. Hey, out.
And right here.
Place. Kaya, place. Go. Go. No, place. Enough of this madness.
You could hear a button. I swear to God, you could hear a button. You could hear a fucking button.
No. Kaya, place. Go.
You could hear him. You could hear the clank. Again, we don't know if it's a shock or if it's a vibrate. You don't know. Like, we can't say for sure what it was. Mujid said shock. We don't know if it's shock. We can't prove that it is. But there is a button he's pressing and the dog is reacting. It could be shock. It could be vibrate. But you could hear him press a button. That is a fact that we do now know. There is a fact that we do now know.
Go. No, place. Enough of this madness.
Look at how dead inside his friend looks. Look at how dead inside Austin looks. He says firsthand he was there and never saw a shock. So are we just lying now? One of Hasan's friends that has said nothing and has been getting a lot of indirect flack is Maya Higa, someone who owns an animal sanctuary in California and cares a lot about animals. Now look, I'll sit here and say harassment is bad no matter how it's done, no matter who it's done to. I don't encourage it, I don't condone it, and I think it should stop. But at the same time, it shows how much anger is in people's minds right now, seeing how this dog's being treated and seeing that all his friends, including someone who owns an animal sanctuary, isn't saying anything. Well, they would have so openly said something if it was another stream.
But it's tough because, like, do you call out your friend? Like, if you're actually genuinely friends, like, do you have to call out your friend or can you talk to them privately? I think, like, I don't think you have to publicly call them out. I think you could also privately talk to them too. Like, I don't think we need to, like, shame her for not speaking out. For all we know, she already could have done in private. You know, it's one of those things. Like, it's difficult. It's difficult. I get it.
Streamer, just not.
But like, it's not a good look. It's just never a good fucking look.
But look, even with all that being said,
yeah, lying for a friend is different. Like, if you're lying for a friend, that's different. But she never said anything. She just didn't say anything. That's different, right? It's like, it's not saying anything is different than lying about it. She didn't say anything. So
as much as Valkyrie would want to say that she lives under a rock, his friends were very well aware of the controversy going on and how their silence was contributing to a negative image of.
It's like you and Saint. I just refuse to speak. Their brand. This prompted more of them to start talking about the situation, but of course, they would only make it substantially worse. On Stable Ronaldo's stream, Cutie Cinderella, who is Ludwig's girlfriend and who is one of Hasan's friends, would confirm that she went to his house to check the collar. She thought she was helping him by saying this, but what she ended up saying actually ended up sabotaging him beyond belief. This was so fucking funny. This was so gold. This was so fucking gold, bro.
No, there's no shock. Like, the electric prongs are taken out of it.
But here's my thing, right?
Like, it's only a vibrate. Like, there's a setting for vibrate and there's a setting for shock.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
So there's only since the prongs are in it only vibrates.
So all of a sudden we went from, oh, this is just a vibration collar to, no, actually the prongs were taken out. So this is indeed the shock collar. At this point, people could just keep saying he said, she said, whatever. That's why he should have shown it on the first day, right?
Exactly. He just made it fucking worse for himself.
Right? The theory now is that he took out the prongs on the second day when the controversy was blowing up beyond his wildest dreams.
We don't know that. We don't know that. They could have been taken out months ago. We don't fucking know.
But she pretty much had confirmed that this was indeed the electrical shock model. However, she wasn't really the only friend who completely screwed him over without really meaning to. Caroline Kwan, a streamer and the girlfriend of Hasan's best friend, would claim that she's someone who has dog-sitted Kaya before and that no, this is not a shock collar in any way, going completely against what Cutie Cinderella just said. Watch.
I know it probably doesn't matter to you because you're going to believe what you want to believe and from the sources you want to believe it from. And that's why, like, doesn't matter what I or anyone else says, but it's not a shock collar. I've seen that collar. I've used that collar before. I've babysat that dog.
So which one is it? Is it a shock collar? Is it a shock collar with the prongs taken out with tape on it? Or is it not a shock collar at all? I just don't get it, dude. I don't think his friends realize that every time they open their mouth without getting their story straight, they're making him look way worse. It's like, can we just get to the bottom of this and move on already?
So
of course
bad.
not,
It's
because
so
now
bad.
people are thinking, well, okay, who lied? Is it Cutie Cinderella who's lying? Or is it Caroline who's lying? Because they both have different stories. Man, whatever. Check this meme out. POV, you're Hasan's dog and you step 1 foot off your bed.
Of America's much more consequential violence. Okay? It's the same reason as to why
there we go.
America, Kaya, please just
It's so stupid. In the end, what I find so funny is that Hasan had opened
Hasan Pyro Software Piker. That's crazy.
made fun of pirate software back during his controversy. A narcissist
That's
just
wild.
like him who never was able to take any criticism or feedback correctly and now finds himself in the same exact situation. I mean, look at this.
With the things that I talk about. So, see, you're totally a video game understander. Yeah, I think like as far as I understand, like the pirate software stuff, like if he had just simply stood aside and was like, I fucked up, you know, and took ownership over it, like it never would have exploded to the degree that it did.
Oh, how many times do we give really good advice to other people, but we don't follow it ourselves? It's so crazy. He's a victim of that, bro. Bro should have taken his own fucking advice, but he didn't because we're all stupid. We're stupid. Bro, I've been in that position so many times though, where I've given great advice to other people, then just not fucking done that advice. It's great. It's so good.
I mean, you can't
He's such a moron,
make this
bro.
up. If Hasan had simply taken accountability, if he stepped back and said, you know what, listen, I screwed up. Maybe I overdid it. Maybe I was having a bad day. I'll make very substantial
my
changes
fault.
to the way I treat my dog so that I don't abuse her. Then, hey, maybe we wouldn't have reached this point. But him denying it and making up different excuses and just deflecting in such a stupid way while having all his friends root for him, knowing that he's wrong, this had the complete opposite effect. And that's what brought us here, to the point where it's now a global phenomenon. Like, look at this guy making a straight up Roblox level called Hasanabi Dog Simulator, right? Where if you step out of this box, look at this, you just get shot. You just die. These memes have been so creative.
crazy.
I mean, look at this RuneScape meme where you shock a dog. I mean, even Ninja had something to say about this, right?
This is
Ninja
hilarious.
stays out of drama. Watch.
Yeah, I have a collar on. Don't worry, guys. It's not a shock collar. It's just a Scooby-Doo collar.
Raggy, don't rock me.
So look, after this whole debacle, where do we find
There's
ourselves
another. There's a better.
Hasan admit
Bro, he does it
anything or
again. Ninja
apologize?
does
No,
a
of
second
course not.
clip.
But see,
Like fucking Ninja there's a second clip where it's even funnier. But
how much controversy had built up around this, now he feels forced to let Kaya walk around whenever she wants to. Watch for yourself.
we've finally gotten to a place where like, oh, pure peace is taking place. It's taking place. Is
Kaya, I'm saying place. Why aren't you listening to me? Bro, this is so cringe. Bro, it's so cringe.
Controversy had built up around this, now he feels forced to let Kaya walk around whenever she wants to. Watch for
Place.
yourself.
we've finally gotten to a place where like, oh, pure peace is taking place.
Place. Kaya, place. Place. Don't you hear me, you dumb dog? I said place. You hear me? I said place. Get back to bed, you mutt.
It's taking place. Is I don't know what you're doing. Okay, what? What do you want? What? 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 What do you want? Huh? What do you want? What? 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 What do you want? What? 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 Okay. The chutzpah, if you will.
Was it that hard, man? Was it really that hard? Seriously, come on, man. You made it seem like it was a gargantuan task.
man.
Finally, Kaya is free. God. And finally, yes, even though this is a ridiculous situation and has many funny memes made around it, I do have to mention that this situation turned very political very fast. The New York Post wrote about this, and of course the title is Lefty Twitch streamer Hasan Piker and Israel National News, right? Even though the hostages have just been released and they have many more things to report on, decided to make an article called Anti-Israel Twitch streamer Hasan Piker accused of using shock collar on dog.
That's crazy,
so if you're wondering why there's so many people who refuse to believe this, it's because if they do, then in their mind, it's admitting that their entire political compass is wrong. That's how politics work.
That's what I was saying. That's exactly what I was saying. Like, that's why Hasan is lying and he doesn't want to take an L and he's too prideful about it. Because if he takes the L, it means that he's wrong and he can't be wrong because then everything he stands for is wrong. That's exactly what I said earlier. Literally verbatim. It's so crazy.
Your side, who's influential, does something wrong, it makes everyone look bad. So it's better to never admit it. This isn't just exclusive to one side.
That's why all these fucking political commentators will never admit when they're wrong, and they will all lie through their fucking teeth to try and prove themselves right otherwise, and will do anything because they can never look bad or be in the wrong. Oh no, no, no.
Political spectrum, it's every political spectrum at this point. That's the age we live in. So am I surprised? No. Do I care? No. The only thing I'd like to come out from this is, well, the dog being okay. That's pretty much it. Anyway, thanks so much for watching until the end. Hope you enjoyed the memes. Make sure to use the code Muujin for 10% off Gamer Subs. They make some really cool products. And I'll see you in the next video, whenever that is, which will probably be the 1,000-page Cinder document that is ridiculous. It's a pain in the ass to read. And I'm hopefully aiming to finish the video by maybe the end of the month. We'll see. I love you so much. Mwah.
The ninja clip. Let's look at that real quick.
I'm kidding.
That's the better one. That's the better one, dude. That's the better one. I like. It's so fucking good. I love it, dude. It's so good. This was a dumb. Why am I? Oh, I'm on my second channel, so I'm not subscribed, bro. A W video. The W fucking video. Hey, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. This has been CollarGate. Again, we've managed to talk about this without getting political. This is just a dumb, bloody internet drama, man. Dumb internet drama. Make sure to drop a follow. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for all that good stuff. I appreciate y'all. And I'll see you on the next one.
Twitch.tv/Captain Cabinetz, Captain Cabinetz.